I hope you guys can all hear me and that it doesn't like lag out or anything. This is an original song I wrote. It's called Love That I Found. Love is ambiguity. Don't know what it means. It lacks clarity. And to define the word requires feeling in order to believe something you must bring. A spiritual awakening is what it took for me. Just one look in your eyes and I found the faith to see. There's a love that I found in you, a heart that's never been more true, and I waited all my life. And it's strange how I know that you're the one to heal the wounds that others have brought, and I'm sure it is time. Love, force is unconcealed. It breaks the doubts of my will. I can't deny how I feel. 'Cause there's a love that I found in you, a heart that's never been more true, and I waited all my life. And it's strange how I know that you're the one to heal the wounds that others have brought, and I sure it is time. So sure it's time. I'm sure it's time. So sure it's time. There's a love that I found in you, a heart that's never been more true, and I waited all my life. And it's strange how I know that you're the one to heal the wounds that others have brought, and I sure it is time. Oh my love, oh my love, my love. I can't hear anything. You guys are all muted.
You know, but we're clapping. We're clapping.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't he good? Thank you so much, Nate. Thank you, and I love this song. I heard it last night on YouTube. So everyone, he did have a make of an album called Catching Fireflies. So thank you again, Nate. And now we're going to start beginning our meeting. We're running up to about 78 attendees right now, and it's growing. So I'm going to try to work this. I'm going to try to work this meeting. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Woohoo! Woohoo! Now let me try to get my PowerPoint going. Let's see. Can you see me too or no? Oh, that's up to you. You don't need to. Okay, so here's our meeting agenda. My name's Anna Apoyan. I'm the president-elect for the Southern California School Nutrition Association. And we created these summer series so we could stay connected from about the end of June and through now. This will be our final meeting because we have quite a bit of platforms where we can keep connected, and I'll have a slide for you in a minute. I do want to welcome Michelle Curry. She is the director at South Pasadena Unified School District. And if, Michelle, if you can unmute yourself, I will stop sharing my screen. Michelle, if you can unmute yourself. Michelle agreed. Let me help her. There she is.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. Michelle agreed to sing the national anthem.
I was going to sing 50 Nifty United States and your grand old flag first. Is that okay?
Oh, sure, Michelle, sure. Michelle agreed to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy to be here. If you have a flag and you're inclined to stand, or if you want to stand without a flag, or just stand over your heart, let's I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance together. I swear I'm going to mess up the words just because I'm nervous. All right, if you're ready, let's begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for
which it stands,
one
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yay!
And thank you so much, Michelle. Okay, I'm gonna go back to screen sharing. Okay. Okay, so also today, we after I go over my getting to the point segment, that's meant to keep us informed of any weekly changes in our area and getting to the point as quickly as possible. Then we also have George Singleton from live or virtually live from Nashville, Tennessee. And we will be enjoying his rich and stirring music. You're gonna love him. He does Tuesday afternoons, 5:30 Pacific time on Facebook. So if you get to stream him and, you know, sit back with a Corona or a Truly or a beer, you're gonna love it. Or water, we can stay hydrated too. And then we're moving on to some wonderful presenters from our software solutions people. And they'll each have their own PowerPoint. Oh, we already did it? Okay. Oh, that was our flag too, but we didn't need it. Michelle had one. So I want to thank you. I want to take this time to thank Heather for helping me organize these Zoom meetings. It's not as easy as it looks, and there's some hiccups, but we work through it. And I also want to thank Margie Fletcher from Gold Star for speaking to us last week. Be sure to get your hard orders in to your distributors, and also inform your brokers and manufacturers once you have your cycle menu ready, so that they can, you know, try to provide the supply that we need. Of course, thank you, Nate Van Winkle from Meals Plus for his sharing his talent, and Brooke Marquez from Sunrise Produce for the TikTok Pass the Fruit Challenge that is still going on. We want to make that video longer for our conference coming up in October. So please reach out to Brooke. I want to give a shout out to Stephanie from Brea Unified School District. She was recognized by the 39th Congressional Award Appreciation for her outstanding work in feeding the community. These are the upcoming events. I'm not going to read the whole thing because that's not getting to the point. The point is this PowerPoint is going to be up on Eat Smart to Be Smart. So if you want to see all the ways that you can stay connected with CDE, SNA, and USDA and the Institute of Child Nutrition, they're doing a fantastic job of keeping us all connected. And so now we're going to get to the point. What's the point? I'm going to tell you this. This Corona thing is going to take me out. And you know how I know that? Because I heard it on the news. But I don't think I'm going to be taken out by the virus. I think it's going to be on the freeway, because there are people going 80 miles an hour on that freeway. And here's my message to you people. If you can't go faster than that, then you need to get off the freeway, because you're messing up my commute. The pandemic has been great to me. It used to take me 45 minutes to get to work, and now it only takes me 20. I love it. But now they're going to start to say there's more essential workers. Well, that's just going to mess up the whole commute. Even teachers now, they want to be called non-essential. Teachers, non-essential in the schools. That's kind of like saying doctors in emergency rooms and operating rooms are not essential. So good plan, I guess, for the teachers in the short term. It will keep them safer at home, but not very good in the long term. So let's look at some of the updates. Heather, can you see who needs to be muted? Oh, I think it was Molly. So here are some of the updates from this week, and this was from CDC, and it was discussed on LA County. Teachers and staff are indeed considered essential. CDC guidelines, they changed it, so if you have symptoms and been diagnosed with COVID-19, you don't have to quarantine 14 days anymore. They brought it down to 10 if you're symptom-free and you don't have a fever for more than 24 hours without medication. Child care is still considered essential, and it may continue even though the schools are closed. And budget and finance, in short, there's no money, but wait, there is. There is $5.3 billion that's going to come from somewhere, and if your school district wants it, they need to apply for it. That's our update. Now, here are our numbers. Now, remember what I said. These are the counties of our association. I'm very competitive, and I'm not happy that LA County is still not doing very well. So let's get a little bit better here. Okay, so if you remember, we talked last week about words that are coming out from this corona pandemic. And the word last week was pivot, but now they're using positivity. But I think our leaders are getting that word quite incorrect. They're using positivity like in California, 100 out of 100,000 people are positivity. That's the positivity rate. So they're saying 100 people are going to get sick. Well, that's not very positive. And to make it worse, LA County is 350 people out of 100,000. So again, we're not doing well. But I think positivity is recognizing that 97.5 to about 99.75 of people in the United States, if they get the coronavirus, they are going to recover. Now that's more positive. So here are the numbers. And I'm going to turn it and flip it around rather than saying this is how many people are dying. This is how many people will survive. So LA County, it's 97.5, Riverside, 98.1, Orange County, our little Sweden, the ones that don't want to wear the mask, they're not doing too bad, 98.3. San Bernardino is doing really well, 98.9. San Diego, 98, and Ventura, 98.9. They're leading the pack. Good for you. Good for you. But you know, I'm starting to think that we really passed stupidity, because what we did is we have 1.4 million people out of work, either laid off or lost a job. They're predicting that half the small businesses that closed down will not reopen. But yet we closed our parks, we closed our gyms, and we kept the fast food places open. So I really think this is a conspiracy theory. I think that all the people who hate to diet and exercise are behind this, because it's heaven for them right now. Okay. So mitigation, let's remember why we shut down to begin with. It isn't to completely eradicate coronavirus, because it's not going to happen. We're just slowing down the rate and the severity. So we also have to remember that the certain hotspots and anywhere are the nursing homes, correctional facilities, and the homeless population. And if you think about it, if we had actually addressed these issues prior to coronavirus, we'd be fine. So I think we need to focus on this in the future, because there will be more pandemics. So the CDC came out with new guidelines. They're basically saying schools are important and they really need to open. So you can read that. It's a really long document, but that's mine, get to the point. And I want to remind everyone, it's simple, it's easy. Avoid the 3 C's. Well, I actually made it 4 C's now. I included Costco. I haven't been to Costco since March. I went this week. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are these people doing here? It was mobbed. I think that's where the virus is being spread. But anyway, avoid close conversations, crowds, and confined areas. And remember the 2 W's. Wear your mask and wash your hands. It's pretty simple. Let's just do it. And so now, That was my get to the point, and I am going to turn it over to you, George. So you got to make sure your mic is off.
I think I'm on.
Okay, and I'm going to stop sharing this and try to pin you.
All right.
If I can pin you. I don't know how to pin you. Okay.
That's
You're
all right.
on.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it. And here's the first song. It's called Greyhound of Georgia. I wrote this song about going home to West Virginia, where I'm originally from. It's kind of confusing, but I think the sentiment's there. So anyway, Greyhound of Georgia. So, well, I've been gone so long, living this cowboy song. When nights turn into days, turn into nights. I'm tired of this spinning wheel. And damn this lonesome road. To see the one-way ticket, Lord, I'm going home. And I'll be riding that Greyhound line on the way to Georgia. And I can't wait to get you in my arms to hold you. And all these honky-tonks and honky-tonks are driving me insane. No more town around the rain. Don't need them someway again. Greyhound to Georgia. Don't need your Rocky Mountain town. Just wanna sail in Georgia town. I wanna lay next to you, laying next to me. I can't stand one more night talking on the telephone. You're everything I'm missing, girl, I'm coming home. And I'll be riding that Greyhound line on the way to Georgia. And I can't wait to get you in my arms to hold you. All these honky-tonks and honky-tonks are driving me insane. No more time around the rain. Don't need this champagne again. Greyhound to Georgia. I'll be riding that Greyhound line on the way to Georgia. I can't wait to get you in my arms to hold you. So I'll be riding that Greyhound line on the way to Georgia. I can't wait to get you in my arms to hold you. All these honky-tonks and honky-tonks are telling me insane. Yeah. No more town around the rain. Don't need this highway again. Greyhound to Georgia. Greyhound to Georgia. Greyhound to Georgia. There we go. Little Greyhound to Georgia for you.
I just love that song. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Will you be doing another one for us before we continue?
We'll do one a little more fun, a little more upbeat. It's called the Woohoo Song.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Preacher said I'm drink too much, so let me I'll get stoned. My mama said to get a job, so I sold with her home. I'm just too old to ask me. Living life with no regrets. If I do what you want me to do, you'll get what you get. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Policeman said get out of town, so I took off in his ride. My best friend said I need a girl, so I made love to his wife. I'm just too old to ask me. Living life with no regret. If I do what you want me to do, you'll get what you get. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. My sister said to keep in touch, so I jacked her new cell phone. My exes tell me how I look, so I gave that call a phone. I'm just your one what you ask me, Lord, and living a life with no regret. If I do what you want me to do, you'll get what you get. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. If I do what you want me to do, you'll get what you get. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. There we go. Woohoo song.
Nice, George. Very nice. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, George. Love you.
Love you all. Be safe.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay, and now I'm going to turn the share screen over to Heather, and she has all the PowerPoints from our very wonderful presenters. These are our industry partners who are going to help us try to navigate serving at the curbside or reaching out to our customers. So Heather, can you take over the screen?
You got it.
Okay, now first up, we have Primero Edge and we have Nick Heath. So Nick, if you could unmute yourself.
Yep, I think we're all set here, Anna. Thank you for having us on today.
Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. And I actually got this idea from you in some chat room. I thought, oh, this is perfect. This is what we need. So thank you.
Oh, that's great. Well, George, thank you as well. I'm feeling inspired to go find my old guitar this morning, but I was a little sad to think I can't sing like that. But great music, both George and Nate. Well, hi, everyone. Nick Heath from California here. I live in California, but work for Primero Edge. So I cover the West Coast, and I'm a solution expert here. So you can reach out to me at any point if you have any questions. I know we're all busy getting back to school. So during this fiasco, I hope that you're having some time for a little R&R. I hope this weekend that you have some time to relax and kind of pull back a little bit. What I'm going to do today is introduce you to two brand new solutions that we've developed at Primero Edge. As much as I'd love for you to all be our customers, I certainly realize that you're not. And we have some of you out there, but we do have something to present to you today if you're not a Primero Edge customer. So stay tuned. And if you would go back to the first screen, still I'm going to stay on those screenshots. Thank you. And so I want to start by saying, what problem are we trying to solve here? The largest challenge facing schools right now is the unknown, right? And it's hard to plan around the unknown. So when it comes to meal service, we need to have things streamlined, we need to have flexibility, and we need to know that we can be efficient. So we've been working hard since day one of COVID to develop new solutions or enhance our solutions. So things around bulk ordering and and bundling. Digital ordering and emergency meal solutions are all things that our team has been working hard on. The first thing that I want to touch on is bulk ordering. We're going to cover this quickly, but essentially, this is a feature that will also be available in our new digital ordering platform that I'm going to show you next. But this first page here, you'll see two of our screens from our POS app. So this is where you can complete bulk orders. And on the bottom left in bulk sales, I can view any custom group of my choice. I can select or deselect based on attendance. But for more granularity, if you need to check on student eligibility, if you need to add a la carte items, or look at anything pertaining to that student, the top right screen is going to show you our cashier page. And from there, you can actually pull up a specialized roster or a customized group of your choice. And that roster will stay in place. And if you see allergy warnings for a specific child, you can select out and deal with that accordingly while still staying in a bulk sale format. So we really understand that it's difficult if you don't have waivers for universal serving. Doing bulk orders or bundle serving is very difficult, but with our Express Point app, it's all made a lot easier, and you can do that offline as well. So let's go ahead and move to the next slide. Awesome, thank you. So we want to get into digital ordering. Obviously, this is a hot topic right now. This is the next step in solving these problems, and it's to deal with the need for service for remote students or alternative serving locations. And this is where digital ordering comes into play. We're really excited to offer a fully integrated system for digital ordering with a touch of a button. And this is really a complete standalone solution. So again, if you're not a Primero Edge customer, this will be available to you as well. We'll go to the next screen here, and I'll talk about some of the features. So digital ordering through our School Cafe app is all about making food service more capable and streamlined. So we like to say it's all of your cafeteria in one app. And for Primero Edge customers, you will have the added benefit of a seamless data flow into your front and back office, but you do not have to have our POS system to use the platform. So this is designed for students, parents, and teachers to utilize. It still includes all of the student payment information, so your stored menu items, ID cards, printed history of transactions, or printing out those barcodes will all work just fine. And students or parents can also view low balance alerts and all the relevant information that you would need on their account for digital ordering. Let's talk about just a few other features on this platform. So you will be able to place pre-orders through the classroom or off-site. You can actually set pickup zones and still track the meal by site as well. And we'll be able to do bulk ordering like you saw on the POS screen above. And phase 2 coming in August or September, we will have bundle ordering as well. One of the nice things here is that through using our School Cafe app, digital ordering still allows us to facilitate messaging. So all your communication through push alerts, emails, SMS, that's all possible. And that really helps to have that engagement. We've heard estimates of possibly losing up to 50% of participation for districts that don't have a system in place to interact with their students and their parents. And so this is really there to help you. And again, all of this is set up to make sure that your district is audit ready. It's there to speed up your service. There's many more features, but essentially digital ordering for Primero Edge launches July 30th. But we do have districts all over the country that are already signing up to make sure that they're ready for back to school. And if you're in that boat, you can certainly reach out to me as well. And so let's jump on to the last slide here. I know we're moving quick. I know we've only got about 5 minutes per person. So if you have questions, again, follow up with me afterwards. And I'm going to drop a link for you in the chat box on this free solution, K-12 Meals Online. If you do not need to track students by ID or student ID, if you're a universal site or you are in emergency feeding, and you don't have any type of electronic or cloud-based option to track those students, please reach out to us. This is set up as a very simple, it's a browser-based option, K-12 Meals Online. It's intuitive. Basically, there's no setup. It's all free. It works through a browser, and so any device that you have that has internet connection will work just fine. You can work alongside your pen and paper tally sheet if that's what you'd like to do, or you can replace it altogether. So one of the neat things with K-12 Meals Online, you can actually enter in your planned production numbers and then go ahead and start serving, and the system will track against itself just so that you have some real-time data on what's happening during emergency meal service, which is critically important. And along with that, in those screenshots, you'll also see a shot of our site locations. This is where you're able to go in and enter all of that site information, even special instructions, real time, and Google Map integrations is going to allow you to interact with your students and parents to communicate where they need to go and what meals are available at what time. So that's a really quick run through of everything going on at Primero Edge. Again, we're here to help. Reach out to us if you have any questions. And I'm going to drop that link in the chat box here now. And Anna, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Nick. That was a very good presentation, timely and concise and very informative. I appreciate it. And next, who do we have? We have Meals Plus with Joe. Joe, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
There you are. Yes, I see you.
Hello there. Good morning. Good morning. Nick, thank you. Nick, I think, did a very good job in laying out the issues that we have before us. So I hope to show you a little bit about what Link has to offer and how we plan to be able to help you cope with those things that you're facing now. For those of you that don't know who we are, Link, we are a combination of a couple of different software platforms, Meals Plus, web-based nutrition software, as well as iSight. A lot of you folks also know us, iSight, as School Nutrition and Fitness, and have been longtime users. To get straight to the point with Meals Plus and its capabilities in order to handle what we see here in the future, just know that both Meals Plus Desktop as well as Meals Plus Web will allow for a district to set specific locations for student and parent meal pickup. I've spoken to a lot of districts over the last couple of weeks, letting me know that that's their plan of attack, and have asked on numerous occasions how they're able to condense their pickup locations to just a few. And so Meals Plus can absolutely handle that. Furthermore, the software will be able to maintain all that pertinent information from a student's homeschool, stuff like status and pricing. And at the end of that serving day, the daily deposit report will separate meal counts by school for easy gathering of information. iSight, or better known as School Nutrition and Fitness, was developed a lot of years ago from, a lot of you folks know Mike Borges, and he developed this with the, with the idea of doing something for the greater good of the K-12 community. And so what essentially that means is the iSight software platform will interface with just about any nutrition POS out there. So we've got users that use NutriKids, Mosaic, Etrition, PCS, you name it. So at Titan as well. With iSight, we have the custom website as well as the interactive web menus, and this is where the online ordering is going to be reading from, is the interactive online web menus. And as a matter of fact, online ordering is not new to us. We've been doing it for close to 3 years. As a matter of fact, our online ordering was featured at ANC Las Vegas a couple years back. So many of you were able to see the functionality there. And also, once again, many of you users are using that currently. So using that platform, and based on many early discussions with a lot of our users out there, letting us know what they may be facing, we created a newer option, an enhanced option of online ordering. And what you see on the screen there is a great example of that. We've expanded the capabilities. Of course, we now have the ability to have nightly updates with your POS, so it doesn't matter which POS software you're using. And with part of the expansion, we've allowed for parent-student ordering for breakfast and lunch, and for multiple days. And the menus that you see here will be coming in from your iSight interactive web menus. And of course, if many of you know, it's very simple to upload those menus with your POS software. Next slide. You'll also show you. This is a great illustration of the capabilities that you'll have in regard to allowing for multiple pickup locations. For instance, you see a curbside on a Wednesday. Perhaps that parent, if you're offering this from a district's perspective, that parent has the option to pick up at a different location. So know that that capability is there. And finally, the next slide. We eventually, when things hopefully get back to near normal, there may be an opportunity for classroom roster ordering from a teacher's perspective. So as students come back on campus, a teacher will have the ability to order for all the students in their classroom for multiple days, and again, compile that, those orders into a very, very easily extracted information through our reporting dashboard. At that point, you grab that and send that into your specific POS. You can see there on the left-hand side is my information. If you'd like any additional information, please reach out. But I think coming up on my 4 minutes, so thank you very much. I'm here for any questions that you might have. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Joe, for going over your software. And for everybody, we are going to have a question and answer period after. So please keep your questions. I guess you can put them in the chat room and we can look at them. So now we have Mike from Titan. Mike, unmute yourself, please.
I believe I am. Can everybody hear me?
I can.
Great. Well, we want to thank you, first of all, for the opportunity. And I want to give a shout out to all the child nutrition directors, all the workers. Everything you guys are doing right now is just simply amazing from our perspective. We're here as a resource to you folks, and we're just trying to do everything we can as an organization to help you out. So we have a lot of customers that are online as well. Again, we appreciate everybody's business, everybody's support, and we're here to help you, and we're going to be through all this together. So if we could go to the next slide. So and this is just something minute for us, but we do allow bulk entry for sites that just want to bulk enter the numbers. We can do it by session, date, site, groupings, different by class. We have all kinds of different ways we could do it. Very flexible on that site. So we can go ahead and go on to the next screen. This is kind of what everybody wants to see here. So we have developed online ordering, and part of our online ordering is we've created a lot of technology. So we offer barcode roster sheets that they can print out by location, by class. We also have developed some digital identification. So we have a lot of people are wanting wireless scanners to talk to Chromebooks. So anybody that's not aware of Titan, everything we do is in the cloud. We can run on a $250 Chromebook all the way on up. So everything we do is very, very mobile, no software to install whatsoever. And we also have hand-free scanners. Let's go back to that page if we could. We have hand-free scanners and everything is available as well. So these are like the student body cards. We can generate those through Titan itself. To the right is a sample of an app that we have. So we have our Titan app. So it will display the child's barcoded picture and everything. So as the parents pull up in the cars, they can display that. You guys can scan that. You can scan multiple family apps and everything as well. So go ahead and go on to the next one. So something that we pride ourselves in as far as the claiming goes, I know I've had a lot of calls and challenges regarding that. So Titan as an organization, we have the ability, you can serve the children anywhere. We're a district-wide serving, and they could also be claimed at their enrolled location. So whatever their site of location is, we can also claim that as well for you. As far as like some technology that we have, everything we do is cloud-based. So basically, I mean, so one day if you're working from home, you have to go to school, you can just carry around a little tablet, whatever you need to do to be able to do everything on our platform. We also have messages that we can send out through the platform. So some of the criteria is they want barcodes emailed to the parents with a letter. We have customizable templates and everything related to our hybrid serving. Go ahead and go on to the next one. So this is part of our mobile app that we offer. So we are developing pre-ordering. We're scheduled for a release on it about the first part of August. So basically everything is real time. So a child can be, walking up, place their order, create the pickup location and you get everything in real time. You don't have to wait till that night for the order the next day or anything like that. We do everything in real time. It's site-based. You can tie it into your production plan. So for some reason, you have the items that are listed here, and then maybe you didn't receive something in from your vendors. You can change it on the fly, and everything we do from production to the online ordering is in real time. So for some reason you didn't have an apple that day and you're replacing with an orange, you just change that from the district and it will funnel it on down to whatever you require in real time. Everything we do is real-time data again, and it can be standalone or fully integrated to the Titan platform. So for us, if you're a district that just wants to use Titan's online ordering, we do have those capabilities available as well. You know, and this is pretty much it for me. Go on to the one more screen here. It should be the end. And we just, again, we want to thank all of you for trusting in Titan, and we look forward to the opportunity to work with you. And stay tuned as far as, well, we are working on serving from multiple days, multiple meals, just being able to do everything from basically one keyboard. So we are getting there, but we appreciate everybody's business. And thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Mike. That's very informative. And next we have Carol Grant from Harris and Etrition. Carol, where are you so I can, you have to unmute yourself?
There I am. I muted myself. Can you see me?
Oh, yes, I see you now. Hi.
Hi.
So it's all yours.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Thanks everybody for giving me the opportunity to talk with you today. It has been a crazy week, so I don't know about you, but I'm glad it's Friday. So like everybody else, we at Harris have spent pretty much all of the spring and summer attempting to plan for a start of school without having any idea what it was going to look like. So like all of you, we've got multiple plans in place so that we're able to support our customers and do whatever we can to allow them to feed students when school comes back, however that is going to be. So one of the things we did to prepare for this was just spent the summer attending a lot of workshops and trainings and meetings and talking with customers. And we were a sponsor at the SNA Back to School series. We attended all the classes. We moderated some peer-to-peer discussions and just had spent a whole lot of time figuring out exactly what the problems are that we need to solve so that we can make sure we're working on the most important things. So some of the things that we are working on is the ability to pick up meals at any location, but claim at the homeschool if necessary. So this is something that's come up fairly recently, especially since California has made the decision where a lot of schools are going to be fully online when school starts. So we will be ready to claim at the homeschool regardless of where the meals are picked up, but still be able to retain the original serving location for revenue and expense purposes. We've been consulting with our customers on an online parent pre-order system, and we've actually started on this, but we've been talking with our customers really to find out where we're going to get the most value. As you know, there's a lot of different ways to pre-order, and pre-ordering can take many different shapes. You know, you can allow parents to pre-order just for the purpose of getting production counts and knowing how many meals that you need to have prepped at each location. You can allow pre-ordering for specific meals and entrees. You can allow pre-ordering from a teacher perspective so that you can know how many to deliver to the classroom. So we're working with our customers who have expressed an interest in this and making sure that we're working on the most important things first. So that will take shape over time. We're also offering additional contactless serving options, the ability to send home a mobile barcode or have an electronic barcode so that when parents come in, they can have the barcodes ready so they can scan them quickly and get the meals to the students. We already have a serve all function in our browser-based POS that is available in our roster mode so that they can serve an entire classroom of students with one click. You know, just unselect the kids that aren't there and hit a button. So that's something that we already offer and people are taking advantage of now. And then one of the things that we've got that we're planning to have ready by the end of the month is a grab and go option. So we're developing a way that districts can serve multiple meals at the same time and for multiple days if they need to. So you can go on to the next slide. So our mobile serving option allows users to serve in the classroom or anywhere. If you could click the button. I think some images will come in. Apparently those are on a transition and I didn't realize it. Go ahead and click it again. Thank you. One more time. Sorry about that. Okay, so you're allowed, you can serve in the classroom or anywhere with our mobile option. You can use tablets that have an integrated scanner so that you could scan students even with the tablet. You can bulk serve an entire classroom with a single click, and all the allergy and alert messages show right there in the screen. We also have a meal counter option that's really awesome for universal serving. It works pretty much like a clicker does, so the operator can just tap the button as they hand out meals. But this is a real good audit trail because it gives you the operator's name and also a timestamp on all the transactions so that you can run real transaction reports that give you the exact date and time when things were served rather than just putting it in our bulk entry screen. So go ahead and go to the next slide. And I think you're gonna have to tap a couple of times too to transition those in. Yeah, that's it. Our grab and go feature is gonna be really cool and I'm really excited about this. As we've been talking to customers the last few weeks, this has come up as the most urgent need that we found right now, because when school starts, they're going to have to be sending meals home, and obviously you don't want to have 3 POSs there so that you can serve a breakfast, lunch, and supper at the same time. So we're integrating that all into one screen so that they can design this themselves, select the grab and go feature, and then select students like you normally would by scanning through roster mode, however you need to do it, and it'll serve multiple meals at the same time for multiple sessions and give them the option to select multiple days. It'll work on any device with a browser, and of course it's 100% cashless so that they can just get the meals out and not have to worry about taking cash. You can auto charge accounts and handle all of that. So. And next slide, please. So that is all I have at this time. Thank you very much for letting me talk with you. I'm really impressed with everything everybody has done this year, and I'm kind of excited to see how this year turns out. So good luck, everybody.
Well, thank you so much, Carol. We now have Julie from Mosaic and NutriKids.
Hannah, thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Great. So thank you for having us today. I have my counterpart. She's part of the group here, Kenya Callahan. While Heartland has been working on their pre-order solution that will allow you to collect production numbers by individual student or classroom counts, I want to share with you the meal claiming process in Mosaic. So as you know, and we all know, there are going to be districts that just have to do paper and pen. So I just wanted to share that there are options to print out in your Mosaic that will give you a roster. So for example, this roster has the barcodes right next to the students' names. So that way, if you do have to do pen and paper, you can take that into your POS, scan that barcode, and make that a much simpler process. So on this roster, we identified the breakfast, lunch, snack, supper. So you would be able to check what meals are appropriate that you're banding out. So this is just for those districts that are just going to have to do pen and paper. There's just no other way about it. Go ahead to the next slide, please. So for those of you that have Mosaic and would like to take that point of sale out to the curb, we do have a brand new option, hot off the press. So using our lookup screen, you're going to have multiple options to identify all members of a family. So for example, a car drives up, the parent gives you Jane Doe as the student. She's from Adams Elementary. She might give you an email address, a phone number, or even a home address. So Mosaic's going to populate all students in that family that share that information. What that means is you're going to be able to easily find all students in that same family. So if this family has an elementary student, a middle school student, and a high school student, you don't have to search into each individual school site. They will populate from one search filter. You can also search them by common groups. So for bus routes, grade, and if your district in their student information system identifies family ID, you would be able to search from that field also. So now you can serve all students in that family or just one student. Next slide. Thank you. So here is our screen. So once you've entered your search criteria, they're going to populate, and you can choose to serve one day or all days for an individual student or for the whole family. So you would select all days for each student that is there that the parent's picking up for the entire week. So you can identify if it's a breakfast and lunch. Selecting finish will help you create a point of sale transaction for each selected student, for each serving date, and for each serving period. All meals will be served and reported as if they came through the point of sale line one by one each day. Meals can be claimed at the pickup location or at your student's enrolled site. So I know I went really fast, but I was trying to stick to our 4 minutes, but I hope this will help ease that stress in your planning your meal service. I've sat with a lot of districts just brainstorming ideas of what will work for them, each district's individual. So, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Kenya if you need any help with that. As a previous director, operations was my baby. So I really just throw lots of ideas out there and see what sticks. So thank you, Anna, for allowing us to do this.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Julie. And now we also have Lynn Shavinsky with us from Healthy Pro. And Lynn, if you can make sure you're not muted.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me find you so I can pin you on my machine, on my recording.
I'll keep talking.
You keep talking.
It should pop up.
I know. Oh, that's what, oh, there you are. Yay. Okay. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Thanks, Anna.
It's all yours.
All right. So my name's Lynn Shavinsky. Some of you may actually recognize my name. I used to be a director in Southern Cal, and now I am in Connecticut, really close to the New York border. So the one thing I want to tell you is there is an end. You do get over the hump when your state's not colored in red anymore, and you hopefully will all move in that direction and stay that way. So Healthy Pro is a little bit different in that we don't do point of service and we don't do meal applications. So during COVID, one of the biggest things that we felt we needed to do was get some resources out to people. There were huge gaps, a lot of people talking and trying to get answers and questions. And so a big focus for us was, how do we give you some resources? So on the right-hand side is a list of different things that we have. Not everybody's a Google expert. So do you have step-by-step directions on how to make that map and how to do a pre-order if you want to do it that way? Do you have food safety videos and handouts that you can send to your parents if you're going to deliver food to their locations? We've worked with different customers that we have to be able to offer some things. Our latest venture was a conference called Find Your Path, where we brought in a variety of different people to talk about things like the budget. Like, what are you going to do about your budgets? Because they're completely upside down, and it's anything goes. So all of that information is available at healthypro.com. It's free. You can get in. We just ask that you sign in so that we can send you professional development credit, so you can use it for your staff even. So then a few things about Healthy Pro, because again, we are all about the menu. So what we found is that the menu is your big communication piece to getting information out to your parents. And so looking at our online version, we have really encouraged people to put in information for their parents there, so that there's a single point resource that they can go to get data about what am I supposed to do. So we've started developing these sidebar graphics to get the word out, like bring your bag if you're going to be picking stuff up, because we're not going to give you bags. Or you need to throw your leftovers out after 2 days and not, find them in the back of the refrigerator 2 weeks later. So things that ultimately come back in your world for the school, but that maybe, you know, are getting put on the side. So we do have a lot of these graphics and things available. And because the menus are seamless, you can change them immediately, send it up. And so, you know, you don't get something, you have to replace something, Tuesday has to be Monday, whatever it is, and keeping that communication going is important. Next slide. Again, because we are menus, we did not do pre-ordering, and we don't have the POS piece, but what we recognized was that you need something. You can use Google, obviously, but we wanted to be able to provide a different option. So we actually went to a company called My Meal Order that has been doing pre-orders and some other things for a long period of time, and linked with them to be able to sync our menu information into their system so that it's a seamless transition for entry. You don't have to actually enter your nutrient information, your recipes. And because they've been doing it, they have some flexibility of, they already have it set up for classrooms with rosters. You can do it by grade, sorts by school, sorts by kids. It's family-based. So there's some flexibility that's already been built in and tried. You can print labels. So looking at those options, this is standalone. So again, doesn't have to be used with our system. And you can do it with payments or without. So either based upon waivers or CEP, or that's probably not happening, but you have a POS system that will work as well. Next slide. So that's it, fairly short and sweet, but we do wish you all good luck with it, and there is you will get over a hump.
Oh, thank you so much, Lynn. And yeah, we need to get over a hump. So that's good to hear that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, we'd like to open it up for questions now. Does anyone have any questions? If you do, please unmute yourself and then ask your question and then mute yourself again. There's no questions? Is there anything any of the presenters would like to, you forgot to say something? I know when you're up in front of people, it's sometimes difficult. You say, oh, I forgot to say that. Is there anything else you would like to add? No? Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody. And we have time, so I think we're gonna go into one chat room. So remember how it works. I'm gonna send you into a chat room, and when you get there, you have to unmute yourself, and then one of you be a facilitator, and just make sure everybody has a chance to speak. Okay, so let me see. We have. Somebody's talking politics. No.
And then there is one question in the chat. It says, how can we get handouts of the presentations?
Okay, all the presentations are stored on eatsmarttobesmart.com in the library under summer series. So for all 4 meetings, the handouts are there, the PowerPoints are there, and the Zoom meetings are there. Okay, so I'm gonna now send you, so what you have to do is you have to accept, and then make sure you're off mute. So you should have to accept it, and see you later.
So cute. So they do this live video in their living room.
I know, we're all adjusting and learning new skills. And so it's very important that we remember not to waste a good crisis. This is when we acquire new skills and our creativity can shine. So out of chaos comes creation, and just keep focusing on the good and the positive. And Heather, if you can bring up the last slide, I want to thank you so much for, you have it?
I have it, yeah.
Okay, you can share
bring it up now?
Yeah, share your screen. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Everything will be posted by the end of the day, I hope, on eatsmarttobesmart.com, the recordings, and also any resources that we're going to share with you. So we just want to end with a song as we all wave goodbye to each other, if Heather gets it going.
Nice job, Anna, again.
Oh, thank you. And September 25th will be our chapter meeting. And instead of a Zoom platform, we'll actually be on a webinar platform. So it will be a little bit more polished, but this is kind of more my style.
Well, thank you again, Anna, for everything that you do.
Oh, and thank you. You all were excellent presenters, and I'm sure your customers will be reaching out to you. Maybe new ones too.
Never know, right?
Although I think you may be stealing from each other. I don't know. Maybe you got some new ones out there. It's all fun. It's all fun. Oh, it's not coming in too good. There we go.
Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right.
Oh, I think I should have played that. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. And remember, September 25th. Have a great day.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Michelle.
It seems like since it's been here, here comes the sun.